So she feels really lonely from the beginning. I mean, from the beginning, she knows that she's on a plane, and she knows that she wants to have sex with a stranger that she saw, and she makes him look at her, and she walk. I told Noémie Merlant, the actress, can you walk like Scarlett Johansson in Under the Skin, like walk as if you knew that someone's following you. You know, if you can feel his eyes on you. So have him come with you to the bathroom, and then she's in the middle of the intercourse, and she realized there is a strong disconnection between her body and her mind. And I think that's something I can share with lots of people. You know, it happens sometimes, and we need to say it out loud. Like, girls, it's okay. You know, you can be in the middle of this intercourse and suddenly realize body and mind are not connected.
It's incredible also to see the difference between the first scene and the last scene, and how the difference between, you know, how the character changed. But how did you find your Emmanuelle? Like, so how did you work with Noémie Merlant and to create that female gaze in the film?
Uh, I had her in mind, and I hired her. I offered her the part after 30 minutes with her. Like, we shared a coffee. We talked briefly about the script she just read. And I was like, you know, there is this sequence. I really don't know how to direct it. And she's a director as well. And she told me, if I was Emmanuelle, if I were Emmanuelle, I would exhaust myself to find my pleasure. I need to be exhausted. And she explained me about this, you know, how she would try with efforts, you know, not understanding that the problem is not coming from the body. And I listened to her and how she involves herself in the part, and even how she talks about it. Even in the coffee place, she would show me, you know, and I was like, okay. And I asked her, do you agree? Would you be Emmanuelle? After only 30 minutes, and she was like, are you serious? I was like, yeah. And that was it.
Oh, wow. In an interview, you also said that you talked about the body that can be compared to the structure of the hotel, and how, and I thought it was a very beautiful comparison, how there's a part of the hotel that is visible to everyone, is accessible to everyone, and then there's a part, the working area, where everyone is trying to keep it hidden, and you compared it to the body, to Emmanuelle's body. How can you tell us more about that parallelism that you made?
I think it works on two different layers. First of all, is like trying to depict the perfection, you know, and everybody's asked nowadays to be perfect, you know, perfect for the image. So the hotel has to be perfect, and every day everything will be the same exactly, which makes this place beautiful and unbearable if you stay too long. I think she's got the same level of pressure on her shoulders, and so she lives on her workplace basically. And every day when she comes out of her room, she has to be perfect. I think perfection is the opposite of pleasure. You know, as long as you have to be perfect, you won't feel, because you're scared, because you can feel the eyes that are laying on you. And so, how to get rid of this feeling, you know, how to let it go, how to enjoy letting it go. So that was the first relation between her and the hotel. And you know that even the luxury hotel, that the atmosphere is shifting during the movie. It's beautiful, and then something is a bit odd. And I wanted to work on that claustrophobic feeling. Uh, then I was interested in talking about the hotel, because the hotel has something a bit post-colonialist, not a bit, really post-colonialist. And if you look at the hierarchy, the structure of the hotel, usually in those places you'll find European people, Western people on the top, and then you go lower, and then you find on the most difficult work the local people. And and this is the idea that the whole hotel is a set made for the tourist and for the tourist eyes, is a very fake definition of pleasure and exoticism. And then you can go downstairs and see the truth about the place and how it works. So for a few people to get some pleasure, you need to have a lot of people sweating. So the truth about the hotel, I wanted this hotel to be like a mental space, and you navigate in Emmanuelle's mind, and she realizes things step by step until she says, I need to get out of this place. I need to be in Hong Kong, actually.
Wow, that's a very interesting take. And one last question before we go, is that more and more today we're seeing films that focus their sort of the focus on the female gaze. So yours is a perfect example of this. But also, like for example, lately, Baby Girl by Alina Rain just came out. Why do you think this is happening right now in this specific time frame?
Because we're allowed to, I guess. I mean, what can I have? I have a female gaze because I'm a female filmmaker, I guess. So the more you have female filmmaker, then the more you have female gaze that comes along with the gender of the filmmaker. I don't think the gender gaze is everything. I think it's crucial and part of something else. I think two female won't make the same movie on the same topic, but of course we need to highlight. And I think it's so exciting that we can highlight the world from our perspective, and it's exciting for us, and it's exciting for the audience, because as being part of the audience, I want to get to see the unseen. So give me something new, highlight part of the world, part of the humanity that I don't know about. So what is offered to us now is to see the world from female perspective. Yes, please. I want more of those films.
No, it's very true. It's like a breath of fresh air. Well, thank you so much for your time, and congratulations again on the film.